Hey guys, what is up and welcome to Resort Originals. We are back with the new kind of video. Before we already did one kind, and that was redesigning the starter Pokemon. And that was because I felt kind of so-so about them. I assume their designs will get better and I'll love all of the final evolutions, but those are just something that I wanted to change. But when the new trailer came out, they came out with about 4 new Pokemon, and they were all just very fleshed out designs. There wasn't really a lot that I wanted to change with them, so I thought I'd change it up for this video, and instead of changing their designs is we would start to foreshadow what their evolutions could be. So what this format's going to be is I have 2 different evolutions that I've drawn. Now I want you guys in the comment section to pick which one you like more. If you don't like either, if you like both, I just want to see what your guys' feedback is to my different drawings. Now, disclaimer first, I am not the best artist in the world. I am a graphic designer. I'm not really an illustrator, but I have a little bit of capabilities as far as trying to get an idea out there. So if you guys at least more think about the concept than you do the actual fully fleshed drawing and just seeing maybe things that you would change within the different designs, that would be kind of more the feedback that I would prefer rather than you just like it or dislike. I'd just be more intrigued into why you may or may not like something like that. So I'm going to go into the details as to why I chose these different routes, and that's basically my rationale as far as why I just decided with these designs. Now, personally, I don't know if I have a preference between either of them, but I'd be interested to know what you guys think about this kind of style video and going forward, because I want to do this for the next upcoming, pretty much every single Pokemon that gets unveiled. I would like to do that for each and every single one of them, so it can be something that'll be a full-on series all the way up until the release of the new game. So I hope you guys look forward to it. Let's start the theme music and get into the video. So we're going to be doing the evolutions of Gossifleur and Eldegoss. Now, we believe, or at least I think, and in the podcast that I recorded a couple days ago with a bunch of great YouTubers, if you guys want to check it out, you guys can just go to my channel, check it out, or I'll leave it in the comment section or something for you guys to watch. It's a great listen. But we were talking about how the design didn't feel like it was completely done, where there might be a third stage to this evolutionary line, so that's what we're going to be doing today. So that's going to be Eldegoss's evolution. So the first one I'm going to show is this one right here. This is going to be number 1. So this is how you guys are going to decide which ones you guys like more, if it's evolution number 1 or evolution number 2. So this is number 1. Now this style, I wanted to go something where I keep the color scheme along with the 2 designs, but I wanted to basically show how it got enhanced. Now with Eldegoss, it basically became one of those like cotton plants. It's like a sunflower or something like that, but my assumption is when it evolves, it loses all the cotton, because when it gets blown away, the cotton kind of goes with it and it sends seeds out, and that's part of its description as well. So I wanted to almost pretty much get rid of it altogether and have it bloom into a brand new flower. So I wanted to kind of keep the concept of that flower that you see within the first evolution or the first stage, where it's got like the red hair for like the flower petals, but it was turned to be on its back, so it's kind of its way of protecting itself, where when it goes to sleep, it looks just like a regular flower, so it can basically prevent other predators being attacked by it. So that was kind of my rationale to put the flower on the back, but it's also going to be used as a weapon, where it can use the petals to be able to use kind of like a leaf blade to be able to throw at the different Pokemon to be able to defend itself or use within battle. So I wanted to kind of really use that kind of like a ninja star kind of style to be used as its back for defense and aesthetic purposes. Now with the hair or the yellow flower petals, I wanted to keep that design with the original Pokemon, where I wanted it to kind of have some petals bloom back into its head, because I don't think it'd be completely bald. I think it'd kind of regrow itself, so I wanted to be able to just make it not completely bald and add a couple little rose petals, or I guess flower petals, on there of the original design. Now one thing that you kind of see is with the neck or kind of body area is it's kind of like a jacket or a vest or something that you would zip up, and it's got the collar where it's kind of covering up its body. So I wanted to keep that design, but I wanted to bring it a little bit lower, where it seems like it's kind of opening itself up to its final stage. So I wanted to bring the design a little bit lower, and it's basically a leaf that is folded over that you guys would see in, like, I don't know, stylish magazines, where you'd have someone where their zip pattern goes across their shoulder and you can just basically pull the buttons that way. So I wanted to use something kind of like that for the design of the leaf petal to cover its chest. So I thought that was a good way to be able to put it all together by using the flowers as kind of buttons that hold everything, or at least the vest, over its body. So I wanted to use that style there. Now, as you can see with its legs, or kind of body figure with the roots, I wanted to kind of use something that we saw with Bellsprout, where it was more of a plant that was growing from the ground, and within the first 2 stages it doesn't really have legs. So I thought that that's something that the final evolution would need, and to use those legs I wanted to just kind of use a branch, or just the stem that's kind of coming through its body to be able to give itself the ability to walk. So I wanted to kind of put that concept into there. And with the arms, I wanted to show something that is a little bit more offensive. So with that, it's basically has the vines for the arms, be able to like attack by using like a solar beam coming out of its arms. So that's where all the energy is fleshed out of, and to kind of continue that flower pattern with the head onto its hands. And with that, that's also going to be another weapon where it can use to be able to grab different things, and when it opens up it can shoot out the beams. So that's kind of the style that I wanted to go for. The head pretty much stayed consistent. I kept the stripe that you guys would see on both of the designs. The first one of Gossifleur, where it has the point coming down, to Eldegoss, where it has the 2 points coming out. I kept that consistently, but I added 1 more point on each side for the final evolution, for evolution number 1. So you guys can let me know what you think about this design. Yeah, I think that's about it for what I have for this one. Now the next one's a little bit different, so this one might throw you guys off a little bit, but I went more of an offensive style. So we're gonna go tap right here, and this is what we have. Now this is a design where maybe you may not see Pokemon come up with this, but I think I had a tougher time really fleshing out this design, but I think the concept of what I wanted to see is in there. So this is really based off of Eldegoss' evolution, where continuing the cotton being all flown off its head, but it became completely bald. And to be able to kind of prevent itself from being insecure about its baldness, is it started to add leaves to its head to be able to kind of mask its embarrassed nature. And that's why I have the collar that's a little bit higher, to kind of cover up its face, where you can kind of show that insecurity within that final evolution. But it's insecure because of its kind of body frame and what it looks like, where one thing I noticed with a lot of plant type Pokemon, they're all very feminine based designs. So I kind of wanted to keep that style, where you kind of see with girls, with some girls, how they do their hair, where they'll shave off the side of their head. I'm not going to say if you're a fan of it or not, but that is something that seems to be a style, at least for a small portion of the population of women, where they'll have it shaved off and they have the other side full of hair. So I wanted to kind of go that aesthetic route to its head. By doing that, that's something I wanted to kind of keep embodying of this more feminine design of the plant evolution. So we got the half head of hair, and then we have the collar that's kind of covering up its head to kind of continue its insecurity, but make it confident, because it is a great fighter. Now this is basically something I got from Sword and Shield, where you have one leaf that's the shield, and then you have the other leaf that's the sword, and that's actually coming from its body, where it was able to grow that from its body to be able to become a weapon to use against its enemies. And I wanted to keep the whole leaf pattern, because that seems to be the case, especially with Eldegoss, that's what makes the Pokemon, where it kind of transitioned away from the flowers to the leaves. So I wanted to pretty much go full leaf with this Pokemon, and give it leaf legs, and give it a little bit of a tail this time, where you can see the little seeds that come at the end of the tail that you would see within the Eldegoss form, where it has the seeds within the cotton ball. And I wanted to make sure that it kind of like shows the life within the plant, where it's a cycle, and I wanted to keep bringing new life to it. So I didn't want to lose the seeds altogether, where the seeds can bloom and fall off and give more life to its surrounding areas. So that's one thing I wanted to keep consistent with this design. If you guys see the stripes, I continue the stripes, but this time it's only on one side of the head to show kind of like a tattoo kind of style, where it's giving off the one aesthetic vibe, or at least something to cover up all of the baldness of the head, but to give something cool for you to look at, so I kept that stripe pattern there. And one last thing is the vest area, where it pretty much just looks like it's a little Red Riding Hood almost with the Eldegoss form, and I wanted to keep that little outfit on there, so I kept the outfit right across the chest, but I wanted to open up just because it gets a little bit older. As you get older, you'll reveal a little bit more, so I thought I'd continue that style. Not anything like too crazy, but just enough where it's more like a V coming to the chest to be able to kind of show that it's fully matured into its final stage evolution. So that is going to be evolution number 2. So those are going to be the 2 evolutions that I came up with for this design. If you guys have maybe better different designs that you guys come up with, tag me on Twitter at Resort Originals, and I will be more than happy to see what your design concept is for these 2 evolutions, for the evolution of Eldegoss. So I hope you guys enjoyed this style of video. Definitely, I want this to be interactive, so please comment in the comment section whether you like it, you don't like it. It's all just more fun to see kind of where we want to see this evolutionary chain go. So I won't be hurt, and my feelings won't be hurt if you don't like the designs. I just thought this would be something that we could kind of talk about as a community to see where we want to see this final design go. And if you guys want to have a different route, maybe explain it in the comments as well, what you would like to see this evolution become. So I had a ton of fun making this video, so I'm definitely going to be making some more, and I'll be taking different takes within the upcoming evolutions, or maybe I'll redesign a Pokemon that I thought maybe could be designed a little bit better. But as far as I'm considered, all the designs are great so far. I'm looking to see what we're going to be getting in the next direct. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.
Hey trainers, Ash Ketchum here to thank you for watching the Poke Resort. Become a Pokemon Master by subscribing to Austin's channel. Don't forget to see his other recent videos so you can watch them all. Pikachu and I have surfing lessons with Austin's Alolan Raichu, so we'll catch you later.